Episode 3, Shadow of the Robot. For 6 days, Captain Qwark clung to the ship like the dung of a giant green space bird. Finally, the ship arrived at its destination, a secret robotic laboratory on planet Magmos. Drawing on his mastery of the ancient art of disguise, Qwark slipped into the laboratory completely undetected.
Somebody ordered pizza?
Qwark's plan was flawless, but unbeknownst to our hero, his every move was being watched.
The famous Captain Qwark couldn't possibly be this stupid, could he?
Even drooling imbeciles can achieve success in certain fields, sir. Mad science, for example. Shall I have him annihilated, then?
Let him come to us. I'll have a special surprise waiting for him.
Yeah, I've kind of been neglecting the Qwark vid comics, haven't I? Yeah, seriously. Well, that will change today, as we are going to do vid comics 3 and 4. Especially 4, because we need to do that one in order to advance the story. So yeah, so we in vid comic 3, we are inside Nefarious' base on planet Magmos, and we are dealing with a bunch of enemies, seriously. Mostly these rolling ball thingies that honestly remind me way too much of Donkey Kong. And I do mean the original arcade game here, not Donkey Kong Country. Although there were those elements, I guess, in Donkey Kong Country, so I wasn't completely wrong there. Namely with the Monkey Kongs, so yeah. And like with Donkey Kong, Qwark has to jump over the rolling barrels. Sometimes there can be up to 3 of them. So yeah, the enemies here fire missiles. You can knock them back with your laser. You can also knock them into the magma as well, which is actually quite funny. So yeah, and do we get a boss? I don't know if we get a boss. We do in VidComic 4. Oh, excuse me. And here we have a force enemy section with the thing. Again, just fire your blaster upwards, and that'll be fine. They go down in one hit. And of course, likewise with all of the Qwark vid comics, if you run out of ammo, they'll just give you more. Seriously, it's nothing too hard at all. So, yeah. Other than that, the flying enemies, when I'm not targeting with my blaster, they will drop bombs on the floor. So, yeah. And here we have some burning fire. Seriously, that's gonna burn me. Okay, so knock him off and probably try and get through there, if you ask me. And then head to the right and be careful of the burning fire. Seriously, that's gonna burn my ass. Although it doesn't make Qwark jump in the air like, say, well, Crash Bandicoot, I guess. Though that would only be if he had a Aku mask, of course. Anyway, let's just fire our laser because I cannot be arsed dealing with those guys. Unfortunately, the rolling things do not seem to kill the enemies here in Nefarious' base. Oh dear. Well, never mind. Let's just shoot him. And... oh, where is me? Well, anyway, that being said, the continue point is right by the laser blaster ammo thingy. So yeah, nothing too hard at all. Anyway, I am going to try and get up here, and indeed, maybe get past these guys. And, oh boy, these guys are getting annoying. There is another thing there. Now there are flamethrowers. Again, like Crash Bandicoot, they go in a certain order. Yes, and it's not too hard to figure out, to be honest. But that being said, yeah, a few more things. I'm never able to get 100 tokens either. And what's with the giant thing of Qwark there? Seriously. I know Nefarious hates Qwark. It looks kind of vulnerable in that position. Yes, I know, Qwark is a complete idiot, but still. He has that sort of artwork on his in his base? Well, never mind. Here comes some more story.
It's over, Nefarious.
Never! I am the greatest genius the galaxy has ever known. You're no match for the likes of me.
That's rich. I used to beat up geeks like you in high school. I'll bet your prom date came in a box that said batteries not included. Say, come to think of it, we've met before, haven't we?
No, of course not.
Mr. Buzzell's 9th grade biology class.
I always hated biology.
That's right. You were that freak with the headgear. Remember how you used to clean the chalkboard with your pants while you were still wearing them? Oh, good times.
You were 3 times my size, you stupid hoe.
I was always big for my age.
You were 26.
Say, how about a wedgie for old time's sake? I think it's safe to say we've seen the last of Dr. Nefarious. Time to celebrate another job well done.
But the danger was far from over. For in defeating one menace to the galaxy, Qwark had created another, even more terrifying evil. Episode 4, Deja Q, all over again. After defeating Dr. Nefarious on planet Magmos, Qwark returned to his condo in Metropolis for some well-earned R&R.
Oh, Lance, it's time you knew the truth. The baby isn't yours.
What? Who is the father?
Oh, your evil twin brother, Engelbert.
But Janice, I am Engelbert.
Ooh, must be that pizza I ordered.
Guten Tag, Captain Flabby.
Helga, what are you doing here?
Getting you off your lazy butt. You have plumped up like a giant green bratwurst. It is time for the fitness course.
Oh, all right.
Meanwhile, on a rooftop high above the bustling streets of Metropolis,
The hour of my vengeance is at hand. Go now, my robotic servants. Tear this city apart. Bring me the head of Captain Qwark.
The fourth big comic has us going through Metropolis. And indeed, that is very important to the story. If you remember in Ratchet and Clank 1, Helga had Ratchet doing the fitness course. Well, it seems she has Qwark doing it now. And it is remarkably similar, I guess, if it's in 2D. Though the pusher blocks that push you off aren't there, at least, so yeah. Also, we will have to deal with those bugs that Nefarious sent out in the opening cutscene there. But, there you go. So, yeah. Timing is everything with these moving blocks, as I say. This one does have some pretty good music as well. It doesn't sound like a remix of, actually, it does sound like a little bit like the, Metropolis theme, which is also in this game as well. Seriously. But that being said, yeah, nothing too hard to deal with, at least until we get to the inner city portion of the level. So yeah, and okay, this might have been there. I don't remember Ratchet going over a bottomless. Actually, no, there was a bottomless pit around the area. Okay, so let's climb up the ladder. And then let's go to the right, and we're on top of a bus now, apparently. And this is where Nefarious's bugs come in. Seriously, because they will start emerging from beneath the bus and start homing in on Qwark. And the only way here to defeat them is with Qwark's punches. He does not have his blaster to deal with them. And I just love how Qwark just moves when he punches. It's just like punching the air as Qwark. Seriously. Pretty much true to his character, I think. We know how weak Qwark is as a character, so yeah. Anyway, down goes the bus, and let's get off that bus before it crashes. And indeed, now we get our blaster. This time it sends out bombs. And likewise with The Legend of Zelda, you want to be careful where you put them because they can damage Qwark. As well as shooting them upwards can be a bit of a chore, seriously. These bugs will start charging up a laser that will really hurt Qwark, seriously. Don't be in the firing line on these. You can easily jump over the shockwaves, but don't be in the firing line. And likewise with the sand sharks, and I guess in the robot dogs as well, in Ratchet and Clank 1, the annoyance of these bugs is that they spawn from these robotic nests. Seriously, these things are really annoying, and I do not want to deal with that sort of thing too much in my Ratchet and Clank, if you know what I mean. But apparently the other bugs do go away when you fight the mini-boss here. And yes, we do have an actual boss as well, and yes, it is Nefarious. We will actually face Nefarious in his robot form, which is somewhat of a shame. I would have wanted to see Qwark face Nefarious in his human form in the last game, but in the last vid comic, should I say, but 'twas not to be. Our hero does not face him at all. I think the closest thing is in the 2016 PS4 remake. So yeah, that's the only thing I can think of really, with facing his human form, and that's only because, of course, Nefarious, I think, used the Sheepinator on, for better or worse, on Drek, so he wouldn't get to face Ratchet and Clank. Seriously. They already nerfed his character enough with Chairman Drek. Now they had to make Nefarious the final boss. I mean, I do like Nefarious more than Drek. Let me just put it that way, but to not have Drek as the final boss when he's the main antagonist of the original Ratchet and Clank, yeah, I didn't like that in the remake. Anyway, that being said, let's go through here, and this bit's actually easy. Seriously, I just grabbed the ledge and just bombed the living crap out of those bugs. Nothing too hard at all. And now, we have bunches of these, and a nest in the middle of the area. Unfortunately, I think Qwark died there, which is very annoying. But never mind, we carry on. And yes, I think this episode is going to be nothing but Qwark vid comics. So yeah, along with the cutscene that plays after you get, after you finish this one. So yeah, but I'd rather do this now before I go on. I suppose I should have done VidComic 3 earlier, but as I say, I wanted to focus more on the gameplay, and this was done during, dare I say, the lockdown. So yeah, I was playing a lot of video games in the lockdown after all. Yeah, after all, over here in the UK we've had 3 lockdowns because the coronavirus has just been, well, you don't want to know. That being said, let's get up here and indeed jump over the thing. Again, this one's a little harder because the bugs can fly off to the left, and you can't really send your bombs upwards that way. So yeah, because there's nothing beneath there, and Qwark will probably die there if you're not careful. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if it's like something like Yoshi's Island where you have an auto-scrolling stage. Anyway, now we face the boss, Dr. Nefarious himself. He will try slicing at you with his robotic claws. He will jump in the air and send out a wave of energy. He hasn't done it yet. I think once he's lost quite a bit of health, he does do that. So yeah, yeah. Unlike some other enemies, Nefarious cannot be knocked back as often with the thing. So yeah, and I keep losing to him. I don't know why that is, but yeah. Anyway, knock him back. Okay, you can knock him back there. Not when he's doing his attack, but he is an easy target in this game, seriously. He's not hard at all. So long as you don't jump at the same time he does, of course. So yeah, so now he sends that a giant ball of energy. He is wide open, however, and you can jump off the wall when he sends it. Unfortunately, I don't think you can avoid it while it comes back. Here comes the wave of energy. It comes up from the ground, seriously. Very annoying, but there you go. And again, we're going with the ball of... I'm going to say plasma, even though it's not really blood. Plasma's more yellow, I guess. Well, there we go. And Nefarious is down. For good? Well, we'll see.
Qwark! I'll get you for this.
Sorry, what's that, Stumpy?
This isn't over, Qwark. I swear, I will return someday to destroy you and bring Metropolis to its knees!
Uh-huh. Just a word of advice, Nefarious. Quit while you're ahead.
And so Qwark believed that the threat posed to the galaxy had been ended forever. But... seems the script is missing a few pages.
Thanks, Professor. I'll take it from here. And so ends the greatest tale of courage and heroism ever told. The true story of Captain Qwark's triumph over the nefarious supervillain known as, well, Dr. Nefarious.
Aren't you gonna unlock Qwark's secret costumes? Here, I'll use the cheat codes. Let's see. Up, up, down, down, left, right, circle, square, square. He's in a tutu!
Metropolis! That's where Nefarious is gonna strike first.
Are you sure?
It makes perfect sense. Nefarious tried to destroy Metropolis years ago, but Qwark stopped him. Nefarious swore he'd come back and finish the job someday. Now that he has a secret weapon, he's ready to make his move.
Set a course for Metropolis. Let's hope we're not too late.